Who is Meghan Markle really? A Hollywood actress? A modern-day duchess? A global humanitarian? Or a controversial royal figure shrouded in endless headlines and speculations? The story of Meghan Markle is far more than what tabloid headlines can convey. It is a story of ambition, identity, controversy, love, and reinvention. It's about a woman who broke centuries-old norms within one of the most rigid institutions in the world, the British monarchy, and became a symbol of both empowerment and polarization. In this deep dive, we'll uncover her complete biography, from her early childhood in Los Angeles, her rise in Hollywood, her turbulent time as a royal, and the global media storm that followed. But we'll also dig beneath the surface, into the lesser-known facts, private moments, and powerful choices that define Meghan Markle today. Let's begin at the beginning. Chapter 1. Childhood and Family Roots. Rachel Meghan Markle was born on August 4, 1981, in Canoga Park, Los Angeles, California. Her mother, Doria Ragland, is a social worker and yoga instructor of African-American descent. Her father, Thomas Markle Sr., is of Dutch-Irish origin and worked as a lighting director in the television industry, an influence that would later shape Meghan's own entry into the world of acting. Growing up biracial in the 1980s, Los Angeles wasn't always easy. Meghan would later describe her identity as something she had to constantly define, especially in environments where people expected her to pick a side. She recalls filling out school forms where she was instructed to check only one box for race. She left it blank. Her parents divorced when she was just 6 years old. While she spent time with both, she was particularly close with her mother, who introduced her to progressive causes, art, and yoga from an early age. Doria's calm and spiritual demeanor became a grounding influence in Meghan's often turbulent life. A pivotal influence during her childhood was visiting her father on set. Thomas Markle Sr. worked on TV shows like Married with Children. Meghan often sat off stage and watched the world of showbiz unfold, developing an early fascination with storytelling and performance. Yet, her upbringing wasn't all glamour. She attended a private Catholic school, Immaculate Heart High School, where she was both studious and socially active. Even as a teenager, she had a strong sense of justice, once writing to Procter & Gamble to complain about a sexist advertisement, prompting the company to change it. This early blend of creativity, activism, and independence would shape her journey in unexpected ways. Chapter 2. Education, Struggle, and Early Career. Meghan's path to success wasn't overnight. After high school, she attended Northwestern University in Illinois, majoring in theater and international relations, a unique combination that would serve her dual passions, performance and public service. During her time at Northwestern, Meghan took part in theater productions, but also interned at the U.S. Embassy in Argentina. This duality, acting and activism, would remain a constant in her life. But Hollywood wasn't waiting for her with open arms. After graduation, she faced a harsh reality. The entertainment industry didn't quite know where to place her. She wasn't white enough for certain roles, nor black enough for others. Casting directors didn't know how to label her, and this ambiguity became both a burden and a shield. To make ends meet, she took on various jobs, teaching calligraphy, freelancing as a book editor, and even holding a suitcase as one of the models on the game show Deal or No Deal. Meghan would later describe the experience as soul-crushing, but necessary. Her early roles were modest, guest spots on shows like General Hospital, Fringe, and CSI, yet her persistence paid off. In 2011, she landed the role that would change her life. Rachel Zane on Suits. Chapter 3. Rise to Fame Through Suits. Suits, a legal drama on the USA Network, became a sleeper hit. Meghan played Rachel Zane, a smart and ambitious paralegal with a strong moral compass, a character not unlike Meghan herself. The show gave her global visibility. She became a fan favorite, known for her intelligence and emotional range on screen. But even during her rise to fame, she continued her off-screen activism, working with UN Women and speaking out about gender equality. Unlike many actors, Meghan used her platform for advocacy. She wrote essays on race, identity, and feminism. She maintained a lifestyle blog, The TIG, where she shared thoughts on food, travel, and personal growth. The blog revealed a thoughtful, articulate side of Meghan that wasn't always visible in the entertainment industry. By her early 30s, she had built a unique brand, part actress, part activist, part influencer. But her life was about to change forever. Chapter 4. The Prince and the Fairy Tale, or so it seemed. In 2016, Meghan met Prince Harry through a mutual friend. Their romance began quietly, shielded from public scrutiny. But in October of that year, when the British press caught wind of their relationship, everything changed. Suddenly, Meghan was no longer just a TV actress. She was tabloid gold. The press coverage was relentless, often racially charged and invasive. Headlines dissected everything from her ancestry to her outfits to her family background. Prince Harry, breaking royal tradition, issued a public statement condemning the media's harassment of Meghan. It was clear this relationship was serious and different. In 2017, the couple got engaged. The world was captivated. For many, Meghan symbolized a new chapter for the monarchy, modern, diverse, and progressive. She was American, biracial, divorced, and outspoken, a stark contrast to royal norms. Their wedding in May 2018 at Windsor Castle was a global event, watched by over 2 billion people. It featured a gospel choir, a black bishop from Chicago, and guests like Oprah Winfrey and Serena Williams. It was regal, yes, but it was also revolutionary. To many, Meghan Markle had become a symbol of change. Chapter 5. Life as a Duchess. A fairy tale turned frosty. Becoming the Duchess of Sussex was supposed to be a dream fulfilled. Meghan Markle was now royalty. But behind the grandeur and ceremony, her new life came with suffocating constraints, immense pressure, and growing isolation. From the beginning, Meghan's transition into royal life was anything but smooth. The firm, as the royal family is colloquially known, operates under centuries of tradition, protocol, and rigid expectations. For someone like Meghan, independent, opinionated, American, this structure felt stifling. She was expected to relinquish many aspects of her previous life. No more personal social media accounts, no interviews, no speaking freely in public. Her lifestyle blog, The TIG, was taken down. Even her wardrobe was scrutinized daily by the British press. The tabloids began attacking her for minor things, wearing dark nail polish, cradling her pregnant belly too much, or supposedly causing tension among palace staff. In contrast, her sister-in-law Kate Middleton was praised for similar behavior. The disparity was glaring, and in Meghan's eyes, racially motivated. While the public loved her at first, parts of the British media began to turn her into a villain, feeding a narrative of a diva duchess, disrupting the royal order. Behind palace doors, things were equally tense. rumors swirled about conflicts between Meghan and Kate, staff members quitting, and protocol violations. While some reports were unverified, the sheer volume of negative stories made life unbearable. Meghan was pregnant with her first child, Archie, during this period. Instead of enjoying a peaceful pregnancy, she was battling daily anxiety and harsh press coverage. She later revealed that she was experiencing suicidal thoughts during this time, and that her pleas for help were denied by palace officials, who feared the optics. Chapter 6. Megxit, the exit that shocked the world. On January 8, 2020, the world was stunned when Harry and Meghan announced via Instagram that they would be stepping back as senior members of the royal family. They planned to split their time between North America and the UK, become financially independent, and raise their son outside the royal bubble. The British press dubbed it Megxit, implying that Meghan was the one dragging Harry away from his duties. Critics accused her of manipulation, of dismantling the monarchy, of seeking fame and fortune. But others applauded the couple's boldness, their refusal to be destroyed by a toxic institution. The Queen quickly summoned a crisis meeting at Sandringham. Behind closed doors, the royal family negotiated the terms of the couple's departure. They were stripped of their HRH titles, required to pay back renovation costs for their Frogmore cottage home, and told they could no longer formally represent the Queen. It was a clean break, but also a historical one. No royal couple in modern history had ever done this. Harry and Meghan relocated to Canada, then settled in Montecito, California. They signed deals with Netflix and Spotify, launched a non-profit foundation called Archewell, and began to shape their own narrative. But the story was far from over. Chapter 7. The Oprah Interview, Bombshells and Revelations. On March 7, 2021, Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a televised interview that sent shockwaves across the globe. It was their first unfiltered public statement since leaving the royal family, and they didn't hold back. Among the most explosive revelations was that a senior member of the royal family had made comments about the skin color of their unborn son. Though neither Harry nor Meghan revealed who said it, the implication of racism at the highest level of the monarchy was chilling. Meghan also revealed that she had felt suicidal and was denied support. She said palace staff would not allow her to seek help because it would damage the institution. Harry added that he, too, felt trapped, emotionally and financially, within the royal system. Public reaction was divided. Some were horrified by the revelations and sympathized with the couple. Others accused them of undermining the monarchy and seeking attention. Regardless of where people stood, one thing was clear. The interview changed public perception of the royal family forever. It also cemented Meghan and Harry as global icons, no longer just royals, but media powerhouses in their own right. Chapter 8. Archetypes, Spotify, Netflix, and New Beginnings. Post-royal life offered new freedoms and new responsibilities. The couple launched Archewell Audio and Archewell Productions. Their multi-million-dollar deals with Spotify and Netflix signaled their intention to build a media empire focused on storytelling and social change. Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, focused on breaking down harmful stereotypes against women. Guests included Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and Mindy Kaling. The show had a strong debut and sparked thoughtful conversations, though some critics found it too curated and PR polished. Their Netflix docu-series, Harry and Meghan, premiered in December 2022, offering a behind-the-scenes look at their love story family tensions, and media battles. While it broke viewership records, it also renewed criticisms about their desire for privacy versus public exposure. But they weren't simply content creators. Meghan continued her activism, advocating for paid family leave, gender equality, and voter participation in the US. Harry remained involved in veteran advocacy and mental health awareness. Their life in California appeared idyllic, complete with celebrity neighbors, charitable foundations, and occasional red carpet appearances. But controversy continued to follow them. Chapter 9: Family Feuds, Public Backlash, and Media Wars. Despite their efforts to move on, the shadow of the royal family loomed large. Harry's memoir, Spare, released in early 2023, reignited tensions. In it, he detailed childhood trauma, his mother's death, and strained relationships with Prince William and King Charles. Meghan played a less prominent role in the memoir, but the book's release brought renewed attention to the couple. Public opinion was increasingly polarized. In the UK, polls showed growing resentment. In the US, opinion was mixed. While many viewed them as victims of a rigid monarchy and racist press, others saw them as attention seekers exploiting their royal connections. One recurring controversy was Meghan's relationship with her own family. Her estranged father, Thomas Markle Sr., and half-siblings Samantha and Thomas Jr. regularly gave interviews criticizing her. Accusations ranged from abandonment to fabrication, creating a tabloid frenzy. Meanwhile, Meghan's legal battle with the Mail on Sunday over the publication of a private letter to her father became a landmark case about privacy. Meghan won, but the case exposed personal emails and behind-the-scenes communications that fueled critics who labeled her calculating. Every move they made was dissected. Whether it was Meghan's brief return to the UK for the Queen's funeral or her decision to skip King Charles III's coronation in 2023. Nothing escaped scrutiny. Chapter 10: The Woman Behind the Headlines, Little-Known Facts. Beneath the public persona, Meghan is far more complex than many realize. Here are some lesser-known but fascinating facts that paint a fuller picture. Calligraphy artist. Before fame, she supported herself by teaching calligraphy and even did the handwriting for Robin Thicke's wedding invitations. UN speech. In 2015, long before royalty, Meghan delivered a powerful speech at UN Women's Conference advocating for gender equality. Her words were raw, passionate, and clear. This was someone with a message. Foodie and traveler. Her now-defunct blog, The Tig, showcased her love for wine, food, and travel. She once described pasta as a religion and is a devoted fan of Japanese cuisine. Friendship circle. Meghan's friendships include Serena Williams, Amal Clooney, and Oprah Winfrey. But over the years, she's also been accused of ghosting former friends as she ascended socially. Political views. She's made quiet but firm political statements, including encouraging Americans to vote and supporting paid family leave, rare moves for someone with royal connections. Humanitarian work. Meghan's charitable efforts span decades, from working in soup kitchens as a teen to volunteering in Rwanda and India for women's causes. Hidden talents. She speaks Spanish fluently and also has a working knowledge of French. She's also a yoga enthusiast, thanks to her mother's lifelong influence. Conclusion: Meghan Markle, symbol, scandal, or something more. Meghan Markle is many things: actress, activist, duchess, mother, controversial figure, media mogul. To some, she's a heroine, fighting against an outdated institution and oppressive media. To others, she's a disruptor, abandoning duty for personal gain. But above all, Meghan represents the clash between tradition and progress, silence and voice, royalty and reality. Her journey is not just about breaking into a centuries-old institution, but about breaking free from it. Her story is still being written, and whether you admire or criticize her, one thing is certain. Meghan Markle is one of the most talked about women of our time, and perhaps that's exactly what she intended.